the healthiest, most decadent chocolate banana bread you have ever tasted. This is chock full of nutrients, healthy enough to eat for breakfast, and so delicious it tastes like a brownie in a slice of bread. Let's get making it together. Check out the description for a list of ingredients. We're going to start doing this with wet ingredients in one bowl. We get going with an entire avocado. Yup, that's right. Peel it and mash it up. This replaces butter and oil in our baking so we can increase the health and fiber of our foods. Add 3 very ripe bananas. Mine look a little funny because I had to ripen them off. You can do this too. Bake whole bananas at 300 degrees for 15 minutes until they turn nice and black. Peel and cool them. Then add them to your avocado and mash them up, or just use 3 really ripe bananas. You want to make sure this mash is nice and smooth. Then add 2 chia eggs. This is packed full of fiber. 10 grams in just 2 tablespoons of chia and 5 grams of protein. We're going to naturally sweeten it with a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. When you add this, make sure you're adding pure maple syrup. So you don't want anything that says high fructose corn syrup or added sugars. Check your bottle, check the ingredients label. Keep the nutrition value high. Then, moving on to a plant milk, add an unsweetened almond, soy, or oat milk of your choice, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You've now got all of your wet ingredients together. Incorporate them well, especially the chia seeds. And look at this green base. It's full of fiber, it's full of potassium, magnesium, antioxidant vitamins A, C, and E, and even protein. Naturally sweetened by the very ripe bananas and maple syrup, you cannot go wrong with this healthy banana bread, and just wait until you try it. Now for the dry ingredients. I am going to put my flour directly on top of the wet ingredients. I used this white whole wheat kind, but you can use whole wheat or a gluten-free flour of your choosing. And I put my baking soda and salt directly on top of the flour, and then just incorporate that into the flour and make sure there are no clumps of baking soda. That way you can keep this all in one bowl, but make sure it's nice and smooth. For the chocolate, add a 1/2 cup of raw cacao powder. This is different than cocoa powder. It is high in magnesium, fiber, antioxidant vitamins A, C, and E, even iron. Check out the label, make sure the ingredients list raw cacao powder, and check out the description for a video on why you should eat this kind of chocolate. Now you're going to stir this together and mash up any leftover pieces of banana and avocado. Make sure you break up any clumps of baking soda and get a nice fudgy base to your bread. Now for some optional healthy extras. Ground flaxseed is high in omega-3 fatty acids and may reduce blood pressure and cholesterol. I use some unsweetened applesauce to retain the moisture, but you can skip this step if you don't have it on hand. Incorporate those all together and consider adding one more super healthy extra. It's a 1/2 cup of crushed walnuts. These are high in omega-3 fatty acids, great for heart health, and may reduce cancers and help you maintain a healthy weight. I add a 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips just because it's delicious and we like to eat this bread for dessert. Nestle makes a really nice allergen-free one that is dairy-free and vegan, but you can find this at the grocery store just in the baking aisle. Incorporate all of that together, you get a nice fudgy consistency, and then transfer it to a loaf pan that's been sprayed with a nonstick spray. Spread it around so it cooks nice and evenly, and top it with some extras just so it looks scrumptious when you want to eat it. Some walnuts and some more chocolate chips, or even a 1/2 banana for this chocolate banana bread. Bake it at 350 degrees for 50 minutes, being careful to not over bake. A toothpick may come out a little fudgy from the center. You want that, so as it cools, it retains its moisture, and you cut it to get this beautiful bread. Wrap it in cling wrap to preserve it the longest. You can eat it up or wrap individual slices and freeze them in a freezer-safe container or bag in order to keep it for even longer. Stay tuned for some more videos and how to eat better to feel better.